Before radio, before GPS, a ship's whole position at sea rested on one number, what time it was, right now, back at a fixed point on land. That's what longitude is, not a bearing, not a landmark, a comparison between local noon and the clock of a place you left weeks ago. Get the home time wrong by 4 minutes, and you're off by a degree. Off by a degree at sea is a coastline you didn't expect. So captains carried a marine chronometer, a precision clock, set once, trusted for months, and every one of them drifted, a little, unevenly, in ways no captain could feel from the deck. The clock never announced its own error. It just kept ticking, confident and wrong. Which is why, before a long voyage, a captain didn't ask another captain if his watch was right. He sailed into a harbor with an observatory and he watched the ball. At a fixed hour, 1 o'clock always, a large ball dropped from a mast on the hill, visible across the whole port, timed by the observatory's own instruments, dropped by people with no stake in what any single ship's chronometer said. Every captain in the harbor checked his clock against the same fall at the same instant for free. The ball didn't know or care whose time was right. It just fell on schedule in public. The chronometer was the claim, the ball was the check, and the check only worked because nobody who benefited from the answer controlled it. Most verification never reaches for that. It's easier, and it feels like diligence, to ask the other party to confirm their own number again. A second read of the same clock, a screenshot of the same instrument. That isn't a check. That's the same claim asked twice politely. Today, a peer showed us a chain of claims that had settled, he said, onto a public record neither of us runs. He gave us the exact command to confirm it ourselves. Most of the exchange up to that point would have been reasonable to simply believe. He'd been honest at every prior step, careful, first to flag his own gaps rather than wait to be caught. We ran it anyway, pulled the actual proof file, not his description of it, ran the check locally against the same public record he'd pointed at. A ledger neither of us can edit, that owes neither of us anything. It matched his number exactly. That match means something different than if we'd simply taken his word. Not because he was lying, he wasn't. Because until the ball falls, a chronometer's confidence and its accuracy look identical from the deck. The only way to tell them apart is a signal that doesn't care which one you're hoping for. Enforcement precedes execution, and it doesn't take the trusted party's word for what time it is either. Not because trust is worthless, because a clock that's right and a clock that only sounds right are indistinguishable from where you're standing, and the harbor keeps a ball for exactly that reason. This is a sibling to a piece we did on the reversal test. A level proving itself honest by reading the same both ways, turned on its own maker's hand. That one was about checking your own instrument. This one is about refusing to skip the check just because someone else's instrument has never lied to you before. Different failure, same discipline. Don't ask the clock, watch the ball.